Oh, hello everyone. We've returned. So the group was split between chasing a thief and shopping for instruments. This is Endgame Dungeons and Dragons, everyone. I would expect nothing less. So let's bounce back to the thief chasers. You had received a sending from Mordecai. Had replied. What is your plan? What shall you do?
Well, I had cast detect thoughts because I wanted to look for
Yep.
any thoughts that might not be emanating from a person, that I could see. So that's what I'm currently doing. And after that, I'm not sure. I might fall back on having to scry, but I want to see how the mind probe resolves.
Actually, after that, I have an idea.
Since I don't have locate creature right now, it's unfortunate. I wish I had locate creature. I almost took it,
Hmm.
but then I thought, who am I really going to be looking for?
A chartreuse tiefling.
Obviously.
Professor, what is it that you were going to do then?
Um, what I'm going to do is pretty much hinged on if Bright gets anything back from the ping. If she does, then we'll follow up. If not, then I have a plan B.
Okay. Um, and let's see, you were pinging for extra mines with your radar that aren't in recognizable like
Yeah.
proximity or visibility to you.
Yeah, I'm looking for someone who's either hidden or invisible,
Yeah.
basically.
Uh, there is no one on the top floor that is upsetting the balance of pings versus your spatial awareness.
Hmm. Okay, I'll keep that on. I've got it for a minute, I think. Let me
Yeah.
double check. Yeah, less than a minute. So I'll keep that on. I'll tell the professor I can't find him up here.
Hmm. Right. He had a magical stein.
It's true, but I can only cast detect magic as a ritual, so it would take 10 minutes. I could just as easily scry.
Yeah, do the scry.
Okay, so your plan B is the scry also.
Well, my plan B was gonna be see if you had locate object, but
Yeah, no, I don't have locate object at all. I just have locate creature. I never thought locate object would be very good.
hmm.
So, okay, all right. Well, let's find a nice protected place. So, is there a lot of commotion and stuff still going on up here? Is there?
No, things are pretty well settled down. Um, it's, I mean, what happened was rude, and no one seems to be missing anything, so everyone's gone back to normal.
Okay. Um, well, Professor, do you want to enjoy a nice meal while we're here? We've got 10
Truly, I'm.
minutes.
Yeah, sure. I'll knock something back quick.
Okay. That way we can blend in if we just get a table.
Okay. Um, sure, you sit down. Probably 6 minutes into the 10, a waiter comes up and addresses you, asking what it is that you'd like to eat and drink.
I'll put it in order for something small.
Yeah, just drinks. I'll let the professor order for me because I'm
Ah,
busy.
yes, the menu. It slides you menus. Everything is very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it is an expensive place, but we're also rich, so it's fine. um, you know what? Why don't we go with the delicacy? It's rare. It's rare that we might see this again. Um,
There's
2 nips of banana rum.
there is banana rum. Yes, you can get it.
Yeah.
You can get it from Uct. You can get some Aslandian wine that the elves make up that way, and then they ship down. As well, you can from the north. You can also get some rose water. It's not alcoholic, but it's a delicious, refreshing beverage. You can get some rose water from Candor. And there is a super rare reserve of a dwarven beer that they bought a keg from the dwarves of Browbeat, because there's a couple families there that make dwarven food and drink, and so they were able to get a keg of this sort of old world style, old world family ale.
I think the banana rum. 2 dips of the banana rum, one for me, one for Bright. I think it'd be nice to have a little taste of a place that I used to visit quite frequently, and for Bright, well, home.
It's going to make me very sad, but I don't have time to interrupt.
All right. -3 gold from the treasury
It is pretty expensive.
for 2 nips of banana rum.
That's pretty expensive. You know, there are gnomes that work their whole lives picking these bananas, and they probably only make a couple of copper pieces a day, or used to. Of course, they don't really mind because they're not really in it for the money. I mean, it's just something to keep them entertained, but still. I feel like there's too much markup on this.
It's probably due to the fact that they can't really pick the bananas anymore.
So, I have some ideas. One is, the guy who came up here obviously didn't really have the right credentials. He's not a captain. He's not a dignitary or a politician or anything like that. As far as we know, probably. So my guess is the bouncer knows more than he's letting on. He must have, maybe he put the whammy on him, or maybe the bouncer's in on it, or maybe he took a bribe. Could be any of those things. Or maybe he really does have captain's credentials. But I feel like if there's one witness who we really know really saw him, he's standing downstairs at the bottom of that stairwell. Secondly, that's all. I guess there was just one thing. I have a couple of minutes left on my scry.
Yeah.
Just wanted you to know that.
Yep.
Cypher,
go
work
on
with
to
me.
the
I'm
scry
stalling
first,
for
'cause
time here. Come on.
I'm almost done with it.
Yeah, go through and do the scry.
All right. So the shots of banana rum are brought up. It's a clear, almost syrupy liquid. Goes down real smooth, kind of just trickles down. It doesn't burn so much. It's actually quite pleasant, and it is very sweet, as per bananas. The spell will go off, and let's see. What did I have last time? Because we were making up what the can you throw up what the modifiers were again?
So it's I mean, he has +5 because I have never actually met him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, there's no
I don't know. I
physical.
feel like, yeah, I don't have a possession or a body part, unless maybe he left like a lock of hair behind
Mm-mm.
in his chair. That'd be nice. I mean, I probably have some slept off skin flakes. That may not be enough.
That might not be enough for what the spell intends. Um, okay. So this is a spell save DC, and it is a wisdom save.
Yeah.
All right. I am actually proficient in this. Be this. Hey, there's my 21.
Well, poo.
Hmm.
You fail to find the chartreuse tiefling.
I can look again later, but it's. I mean, the boat will have left by then.
Right. Okay. We're gonna try. Well, why don't we go and have a talk with the bouncer? The bouncer must have let him up here, right?
Yeah, I'll let you do the talking with the bouncer, because I'm just gonna. I'll just be in the background just in case you need magical support.
Get that fireball ready.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not planning on using it on the bouncer.
Right. And I'm gonna go downstairs to the bouncer.
Okay. As you do, he's by the window looking outside, and through the window, you can see even just glancing out. It looks like the horse owls are being like led away by people, like by guards to clear the area.
It looks like our owl horses were towed.
Beep 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 beep.
Well, we weren't planning on using them anyway.
Hmm. And I'm gonna go over to the bouncer. And like, my investigations have concluded, but
I'm sure
it
it was just
seems.
a prank, or they were gambling and someone wanted to make a bit of a scene or a protest.
Hmm. Well, yes, but you see, there is also this is infernal, by the way. You see, there is something that came up as odd. There was a tiefling, bright blue in color, chartreuse, is the word I would use. Did you let anyone up there by that description?
No.
Hmm. I would like to insight that,
Sure.
just to make sure that I know that he's telling the truth. My insight is bad. Yep. No idea. It's like,
No.
yes, it seems that this one he has access to invisibility magic, so he may have snuck past you without giving you the requisite credentials.
No. Not that I would have let anyone up, especially someone by that descriptor. I would have remembered it.
And eyes are gonna tick top right up, just up the stairs, like a Magical support required.
Okay, I'm gonna use my wizard hat, intrinsic, to send a message to the professor and ask him what do you want me to do? Do you want me to mind probe or like dominate him? What do you want?
Yeah, the response is going to be mind probe.
Okay, mind probe it is.
All right. So you are launching a mind drill into his skull. You're going for the
Now,
deep thoughts.
yeah, so actually let me ask you this. Is my detect thought still up from before? Oh no, it's not, because I used the scry.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to cast this again. And yeah, we're this is the mind probe, the real one.
Okay. Boop. Fails the save. Gain insight to its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. Okay. He is feeling on edge. He is wondering something that looms large in his mind. He is wondering why the horses were making hoot sounds as they were being drug off. Like, he's really just baffled by that. And into its reasoning, if any. Well, there's not really a reasoning. He's curious. It's his job to know what's going on. So, he's gawking, but it's his job to know what's happening to make sure that he can, keep the levels separated. Yeah.
Is there
So
any...
is he not thinking about what the professor's talking to him about at all? I mean, that's really the.
No, nothing's coming to his mind. There's no flashy colors. There's no, there's nothing that is like his brain's even trying to recall someone like that. Like, just
Okay, so he
he's
really doesn't
convinced
know.
no one like that has come up the stairs.
Okay, well I'll put it back on ping mode then and look around for anyone that. And if the professor's still looking at me, I don't want to use ascending because that's expensive and I can't use my hat again. So, um, if I catch the professor looking at me, I'll just have to shake my head and say, I'll just have to shake my head.
I see. Looks like this guy's been sneaking in and out of your upper level with using invisibility magic.
Yeah.
Something you might want to mention to management, considering you do try your best to keep the two levels separated.
Yeah, that should have been. That should have been. Oh. Well, it should have, and I guess it didn't. If that's the case, I can bring it up with the management, but ultimately I can only work with what I'm given.
Do you have some kind of defense against this sort of thing?
Our defenses aren't necessarily any of your business, sir.
Well, I mean, if someone is violating them, especially the one that I'm looking for, I would say that it makes it both of our business and in our mutual best interests. Wouldn't you say?
Nothing can be done about it. If there was some sort of trickery or something, so far though, no one has come down to complain. So besides a rather rude casting of darkness, I don't know what to tell you.
fair enough. So I will not take up any more of your time. And Cypher will look back up like, no, we're done here.
Okay, I will. I will rejoin the professor and head on out with him, I guess.
Okay. And I just remembered to go back here too. You're gonna go back to the boat, or are you leaving to go someplace else?
Well, Bright does still have a detect thoughts up, so is there any pinging down here?
Oh, plenty. There's lots of people down here.
But I mean,
Yeah,
any pinging that doesn't fit with the spatial.
Yeah, it might be harder to untangle that, but I
yeah.
mean, I can spend a minute or so at it.
If you want to take the time to do it, you can. But there's a lot of people here, as well as that might be passing. I don't know. There are some stone walls. There's wood too, but yeah, it's a lot more boisterous down here with more people.
Yeah, I don't understand how he was able to do that. I don't know. I mean, he could have done something like the rope trick, even. There's no rule that says he can't use spells too, and I didn't. I don't know. I don't know.
Detect magic?
Yeah, I mean, it would take 10 minutes. But it has a good enough range. Why not? I mean, we've got the time. They've just led away our horse owls, so boy, are they going to be surprised.
Yeah, that they are.
So yeah, why not? I mean, let's go ahead and do a detect magic. I'm sure I'll get 1,000 minor trinkets. But...
Yeah. That's 10 minutes pass, and you get a lot of little trinkets people have.
Anything that looks like the residue of something like a rope trick, or
invisibility,
or an invisibility. Yeah.
That
there'll be large spikes amongst the sea. It's a spectroscopy test, magical spectroscopy test.
I mean, there's no one who's actively invisible, because you would detect like an invisible like blob.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't exactly leave like invisible footprints or anything.
Yeah. No, I would.
Rope trick. Rope trick is something that, because I am not allowing you to use it, I'm not going to use it against you. So.
Oh, I didn't realize rope trick was not permitted.
No extra dimensional thingies. So.
Oh.
That's why y'all don't have
the
bags of
closest we
holding.
got to
Also.
that was a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I might have to ask you about that then.
Okay.
I don't have rope trick, but I might have taken the wrong spell.
Okay.
We'll see. We can talk about that in the off week. Okay. So. Yeah, I guess.
Any large spikes at all, or?
I don't know. He must have gotten away. I don't know. I don't know how he got out. I guess we could, if you want. I don't know how you would get this done, unless we really use the hard magic. But you might be able to go into the kitchen and see if anybody knows. Like, see if anybody knows. I mean, presumably the back staircase goes into the kitchen, so we could get in there somehow. There's always a way, right? Get in there somehow and see if anybody in there saw anything or might be in on it. I mean, I still have the Mind Pro.
Yeah. The other thing we could do is we could also go get Mordecai.
We could.
I'm thinking that may be an idea.
I mean, we're only going to have, another hour before the ship leaves. And if we go back for Mordecai, it's going to take... We're going to have to go there and go back.
Yep. It'll take you about 20 minutes to get back, unless you fly.
Horse owls.
I was thinking more... You send a message to Mordecai.
Yeah, I can do that.
to get him to come to us. That would take
And
less time.
And what are we going to ask him to do?
It's a good question. I thought that he might have something up his sleeve that might help this, and I can see the DM smirk. We could do that, or... That's a question. As Bright's Detect Magic is up, what about disguises? Besides our own?
I might detect them, but
Look at that, magical disguises here.
Yeah.
yeah. If anybody was wearing a disguise self, they would radiate illusion magic, and it would be a bigger blob than if they just had like a trinket that made them look younger or something.
Yeah, there are among the dozens of people that are in here. There are 2 of them that are giving off illusion magic.
Okay.
And all the Shadowhar have divination magic, little trinkets on them.
Okay, that's good to know. So the 2 people that are giving off illusion magic, what are they radiating? Like, and what do they actually look like?
One is a tiefling, at least resembling a tiefling, and eating and drinking with other tieflings. And the other is a human who's sitting at a mixed crowd of people. It's more of one of the rowdy tables where they're talking about all sorts of sundry things. But yeah, they would stand out because no one else at those tables have any magic really on them.
Okay, well, I'll tell the professor those things.
I just need to check something very quickly. Because that might actually...
I don't have Dispel prepared today.
Might not need it.
I have all the wrong spells. I wasn't expecting this kind of adventure. That's kind of a recurring theme. The spells, I prepare spells expecting a thing, and then something else happens.
Okay. One is disguised as a tiefling, the other one is a human.
Or disguised as a human.
Yeah. Well, Professor, if you want to spend 10 more minutes, I can just scry on this room and then I'll have true sight. And the room can't save.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep an eye on those 2 people, though.
Yeah, I can do that. That's more than fine.
Okay. Well, take the 10 minutes. Professor,
Okay.
do you want to order some lower class drinks so we blend in?
Yeah, just some basic spirits this time.
Well, no more spirits. This is a lot of spirits for someone my size.
All right, we'll get you
We're
a
getting
light ale.
drunk and scrying.
Don't drink and scry, people.
Yeah, don't drink and scry. Sure. 10 more minutes pass. We're now in the final hour before the boat departs.
That's okay.
And sure, you go into like 3rd person mode where your scrying sensor is like over yourself.
You no longer hear hooting outside.
Well, that's okay.
Okay, so you're looking through the you're looking through your self through the sensor, which
Yeah.
also has true sight. The
Yeah.
the person that appears as a tiefling is a human who's appearing like a tiefling, sitting with other tieflings. And the other person is dressed like, not that this is the super high class area, but this person is dressed really raggedy, under the illusion of just even like working clothes, is just dressed in tatters. So for whatever reason, this
What race?
human just has illusion to look like a human with slightly better clothes on. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to give the professor the sad news that neither of them is the person that we're looking for. And then I'm going to walk up to the person in tatters and I'm going to slip them a gold piece.
Okay.
Mordecai, please deduct that from the group treasury.
You spent 600 gold. We can spend 4.
Sure. You teeter over and you just sort of put a gold piece on the bench or on the table.
Yeah. I don't know, Professor. I think he gave us the slip. I'm sad that I wasn't able to catch him with the scry. It's unfortunate.
Oh, 24. Oh, yep, 24 hours. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to... Okay, judge. I mean, I'll even buy a scroll if I have to.
So, I don't know. I don't have anything else. I'm ready to head back to the boat. I don't want to give up, but I don't have any other ideas right now. I mean, anything else would involve waiting until tomorrow when I can scry him again and when I can prepare locate creature and and by then we'll all have to leave.
We'll be gone. We'll be gone. So that doesn't work. I'm just thinking if there's one other thing we can do in the time limit that doesn't involve just going to the Shadowheart ship and giving them what we've got. Yeah, okay. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to go and how far away is it from where we are to the park where the Shadowheart ship is?
I'm gonna say it'll take you 20 minutes to get back there, but it's not the same 20 as you would be taking to get back to the boat.
Right. Okay.
Because you ended up walking past it on your initial foray into the city to get to this district where you got the boat, and then we have kind of a triangle that's been made between here, the boat, and the Shadowheart airship.
Let's see, what else? What else can we do? Yeah, it would be getting the only other plan I can think of is getting Mordecai's attention and being like, "Hey, we're gonna hand this into the Shadowheart and then go." Actually, idea forms. Where's the closest magic shop?
Well, there's one in town.
Yeah,
Marley and I've been there.
there's one by where the boat is in the docks district.
Let's head back to the boat.
Okay.
All right, you're hoofing it.
Yep. I can at one point, once I've got a better thing to get back to the boat to make this quite a bit quicker, I am going to Dimension Door.
Oh.
With Bright.
Okay.
If Bright is fine.
Of course. Yeah, that's more efficient than me Dimension Door.
Okay. You do this, and I need each of you to make a will saving throw. I'm sorry, wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh no.
That's even worse.
We're gonna have to learn about this at some point.
All right. Well. I don't know if I have a slide for this. You both agree to take a shortcut, and the spell does go off. As that happens, and your body does whatever the magic does. It dematerializes you, or it pulls you from one place to the next. Everything for a moment goes black. Actually, you know what? I know what I can use.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm
have to use
expecting
the
a spotlight. I'm expecting a spotlight.
Yep. That's what you're gonna get.
Oh no.
You gotta remember what I called it, though.
Well, look at the bright side. Look at the bright side, Fluffy. We were gonna have to learn about this at some point.
Yeah, I didn't think this applied to like short range teleport. I thought it was
I thought
only long travel.
I remember this.
Yeah, that was the thing that happened.
This is the thing that happened. Oh, my cute little drawings, but I'm gonna have to say bye-bye to them. Clear. Bye, Norlai. You wanted out of here anyway, so this is good for you. Bum, 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 bum. Ah. Where did I lose the professor? Ah, here we go. We still got you as a sketch.
Yeah.
Okay, you dematerialize, and you get this sense of motion. And as you are being projected forward, it feels like there's things like grabbing at you, tearing at you, trying to hold you back, pull at you, as just black tendrils are everywhere in this moment. And one second while I go to this.
Well, at least now we understand how this works.
Okay. You take this leap, and in this sort of broken down state of dematerialization or whatever happens here, you are just assaulted by these tendrils. Like you're slashing through the thick jungles of Octor. Just these things are grabbing at you. It's making it almost claustrophobic. Even though you're not supposed to breathe, you definitely get that feeling in this moment that you can't breathe. It is just a terrible, nightmarish experience. And when you manifest, give me 1 second here.
We've been fused into Bryfer.
Hey, I watched that episode of Voyager. I can handle this. Don't think I can't.
I'm getting some Emrakul Eldritch Moon vibes, and I'm not okay with that.
All right, I need you, Professor, to roll a percentile dice for me, please.
Don't screw me. 21.
Okay. You appear behind yourselves the half second before you dimension door ahead. So as you emerge, you see yourselves walking into the dimension door.
And we're just regularly remanifested?
Yes.
Oh,
There's some of this black webbing on you, but it quickly just fizzles into nothing.
Okay, never mind, we're walking.
yeah. Let's walk. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, no, we're walking. Wait, yeah, no, we're gonna spend the 20 minutes and walk.
Power walk.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll walk briskly.
Okay.
Yeah,
then I'll make it 15
very briskly. Yeah.
So you come out. You watch yourselves. Bright. This is giving you like divination like headache vibes. From what just because you're watching yourself. So you're in the present, except the present is a half second before what you just did in the future.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah,
We just made a tiny causal paradox. Yay!
Yeah. So I mean, I thought about killing myself just as I walked into the dimension door, but I decided against it. What about you? No, that's just me. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Brad. That is just you. But no, we're going to power walk back to the docks. We're going to go to the magic shop.
I mean, this is the sort of thing that you're used to, right? I mean, you put up with this sort of thing all the time.
No.
This is actually really kind of a relief because we've always been hearing about like teleportation problems, and I'm sure that there are other things that could be bad for this, but now we know it's a Shoneru thing. And we also know that, like, we saw the webbing on this town as we came in, and my guess is if I put up a scry again with the true sight, I could look for that webbing and we could probably see it. So we might even have a pretty good idea of where it's safe to teleport in and out of. So, and we didn't, as far as we know, get horribly cursed or die. So I actually feel pretty good about this. When we get back to the ship, I'm actually gonna try and scry on this location and see if I can see that webbing.
I suppose that's not a it's not a bad a bad bit of information, but even so, but I'm gonna head to that magic shop.
Yeah. So this conversation happened as you've been walking, except
Yeah. So once we get closer to the docks, I'm gonna probably just go back to the ship and let the professor go to the magic shop on his own.
at a point during this conversation, as you're walking that direction, you just snap back to the place that you just walked from, as if you just had started from walking from there again. The conversation happened. You had this exchange of ideas as you were walking, but just something like you just reset your position back to where you had come back out. You didn't lose like, a ton of time because you just walked like whatever, half a block, you turned the corner and there you were, as if you took your first step after this weird blip happened.
Well, that's interesting. How long did we spend at it?
You were walking for just like 2 minutes. Just a little bit. Like you started out, you're talking like, okay, this is what we're going to do. The conversation can still continue. It doesn't seem like everything else around you reset except your dimensional position.
So, Professor, good news, we get to do science.
Bad news, we just spatially transported.
I think it's time to send a sending to Mordecai.
Yep, Shoneruth, you bloody migraine.
So, Mordecai, funny thing, the professor and I are stuck in a time loop. And we're right out by on the way back from the captain's quarters. So, maybe you could come and maybe save us somehow. That'd be nice. Thanks. Bye.
Those last about 10 words didn't make it.
That was a very long sending.
Time loop?
Yep, time loop.
Okay, I'm on my way. And Norla, you see that he just face palmed a little bit.
Oh, did he
And I
get a
thought
sending?
Yes, I did.
Anytime Mordecai... I mean, he's emotional, but if he just goes like this and just...
What did they do?
Got themselves stuck somehow, so we gotta go find them and rescue them. Some kind of magic fuckery.
How much time do you have till the boat leaves?
Little less than an hour.
But we got like less than an hour. The boat could leave without us.
But we're not leaving without them.
Fine. Okay. I'm gonna magic up some horses.
Alright.
And by horses, I mean owls.
Okay.
So when we snapped back,
Yep.
did we snap back and like see ourselves again?
No.
Or... Okay. That's too bad.
16.
Alright, along with the giant owls, for the next minute you regain 5 hit points at the start of each of your turns.
Cool.
Okay, so this is gonna manifest Your hair and fingernails grow for the next minute at a slow but observable rate
Oh.
as your body's producing more of itself.
Okay, we can worry about that later.
Okay. Sure.
The owls appear. Norla, is your hair longer? I don't know.
Yeah, head towards where they said they were, and hopefully get there in a very reasonable amount of time.
Sure. As you begin to fly over the city, there's more of them!
The fuck?
A hurled stone misses your owl, Mordecai.
Oh, I forgot about that.
What happened?
Norlai,
people were shooting
some
at
other
me.
someone chucked a stick at your owl and it missed.
That's rude.
Woohoo!
Why can't we just ride horses like normal people, Norlai?
Cause owls are cooler.
They're apparently bad now. What did you do?
You remember when there's 32 owls?
Yeah, you mentioned that briefly.
Mordecai, your owl
Yeah,
takes
people
5
were
piercing
shooting at
damage.
them. I kind of forgot about it. It was an hour ago, so.
You forgot.
Well, like, I was on the boat, and, like, I wasn't really paying too much attention.
How many hit
Norlai.
points does the owl have?
Did that hit it?
A crossbow bolt hit Mordecai's.
They have 19 hit points.
Oh, okay. Fortunately, the owl's wound closes over pretty quickly. As it regains 5 hit points every turn.
Norlai.
And then it grows more
Yeah.
feathers. The feathers fall out. It grows more feathers to replace those.
These sorts of things, you really should not forget. You cause a civil disturbance. You should remember that you caused a civil disturbance.
I didn't think they'd keep shooting at them. They're obviously magical.
You just face
I
palm.
mean, you don't just see, like, a ton of giant owls flying around in the middle of the day. Especially not in large numbers.
You don't know what's
think people-
normal anymore. We don't know what's normal anymore.
Well, I guess that's true.
We've been out of the loop for 2 years.
Well, okay.
Meh,
I'll
a
do
little bit of
horses next
forethought.
time.
A little bit of forethought, yeah. Yeah.
But sure enough,
appreciate you Norlai.
you briskly clip over the rooftops and you land by the captain's quarters.
I appreciate you, Norlai, but you really need to start thinking ahead.
Yeah.
There's a little kid outside the captain's quarters. More owls! Theirs aren't horses.
No, they're owls. You know the difference between an owl and a horse, right?
Duh.
Yeah.
The last owls were horses.
Okay. Anyways, we're looking for people.
Start looking for Bright and Cypher.
Well, funny thing.
So, Professor, here's the thing. They're not looking for us. They're looking for us.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to turn off the seeming, or should we just look for them and then be
turn off the
surprised? No,
Turn
I
off
think
the
I'll keep the seeming on. We'll
Alright.
just have to see them as well. We'll have to find them and go up. And then we can, like, pretend to be someone else, and it'll be a whole big thing, and they'll be like, go away, we're busy, we're looking for someone. It'll be like, Yoda, you seek Yoda.
You are
It's an old
after
English story.
apparently a mischievous trick. You're able to locate Bright and the professor, though they were not as they seemed. Or actually, they were as they seemed. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Oh.
But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
There they are.
here's the funny thing. Professor and I tried to use a dimension door, which my recollection is you've used dimension door all the time, and it's always been safe. So Professor and
Yeah,
I
it
thought it
was.
would be safe, and yeah, we got grabbed by Shoner's
Oh.
hair. And now we're stuck, and we're, like, rooted to this place. Because every time we walk... Well, so, Maddie, we would have had time, probably, to
Mm.
try walking some more, right? So, I mean,
You
it
would
depends on
have,
how
but
long
as
it
far
took.
as I knew, you called for aid after you snapped back.
Right, but we didn't, like, get to
It would have
Like,
taken us
conduct
a little
further-
while.
further experiments while they were on the way.
I mean, it
That's what I
would have taken a minute for. I mean, her cast, she hard cast, and it's a one round, I think.
Oh, but
So-
they didn't have, like, travel time?
Not, I mean, they flew over the rooftop, so not really.
Okay, alright. Okay, well then in that case, yeah, so the professor and I got stuck in Shoner's hair, and we got pulled back here. And it seemed like it was a time loop at first because we saw ourselves just before we cast Dimension Door. But then when we got snapped back again, we didn't see ourselves. So maybe the time is, like, not quite a time loop. Maybe it's just a space loop. I don't really know. So anyway, that's where we are. So, funny thing is, we could try just, like, walking back again, or you could try carrying us on the horses, by which I mean owls, or
They're
Um,
owls.
right.
You
But
know the difference between a horse and an owl, right?
I mean, kinda, yeah. But that distinction has been getting increasingly blurry lately. I mean, we've had owls that we called horses and owls that looked like horses, so it's really just
Okay,
kind
get
of
it.
a whole big thing.
Get on the owls. We're going. We're gonna be late.
Okay, I'll get on the owls.
Okay. You begin to fly off, and you fly off.
Are you not stuck?
Nothing happens.
We go back to the ship.
Yes, I have one more thing to try on the deep front before we leave.
Well, thank
I'm
you for
gonna
the
just-
ride. I promise it wasn't just because we were too lazy to walk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna detect magic on them, and I'm gonna attack the easiest spell.
Bright, if you needed a ride, you didn't have to come up with some elaborate, we've been attacked by Shonaruth, come help us. Just ask for a lift.
Because that's totally not something I would do.
She might smell a little bit like banana rum. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there.
We had a single nip. Not even tipsy.
Yeah,
Detect.
she's
You are.
smaller than you, Sniper.
You're detecting nothing that you wouldn't have detected on them otherwise.
Okay, so I want to scry. Now that we're back at the ship, right? So I'm gonna stay behind with the ship. If the professor wants to go to the magic shop,
Yep.
that's up to him. But I'm gonna stay behind on the ship unless there's a reason that I need to go with. Because I want to do some scrying. I'm gonna scry on myself again and look for any kind of Shonaruthy residue. And I also want to scry on the place where we set off the teleport trap and see if there's any, like, see if I can see black hairs there or anything like that. Because I've scryed on those before because I had the true sight, right? Like when we first came into green shield. So I'm gonna look for anything that seems like a repeat of that. So that's gonna take me about 20-25 minutes to do all that. So I will do that while the professor does his thing at the magic shop if he needs to.
All right. The professor better hurry because you're running out of time because the captain's already at the ship. He just is making sure everything is ready to go before the sun touches the horizon and you set sail.
We've got about half an hour.
Professor, roll an investigation for me while you're flying back to the ship aboard the knot horses.
Investigation? I can do that.
As you're flying back over, your mind is already engaged in this and is worrying with possibilities. And from the point that you walked to before snapping back to where you were, you're like, given the average block size of a city, it looks like we walked about 600 feet before we snapped back to where we were.
I see. We're not gonna get snapped back when we hit the 600 feet mark, are we?
Oh, you surpassed it to get to the ship. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, okay. So they locked you down to an area equal to the teleportation radius.
Welcome, Raiders from
Sorry,
Torpid
what?
Network.
I'll go with Cypher.
Yes, please, I was going to ask you to come with me. It's been roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. If...
I suppose you're lucky that I came with these unlock you
Yes.
magic today.
Yes, you did. Now, magic shop. I need to pick up a scroll.
A scroll of what?
A scroll of detect object.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna go to the magic shop and see if they've got any scrolls of detect object.
What level spell is that?
Second.
A 2.
A 2. Okay.
That's too bad I don't have that prepared today.
Yes, we kind of need it now.
Yeah, that's going around. I'm not there. That's an aside to the camera.
Okay, yeah, something like that would be available. Let's see. Roll a D4.
D4?
Yeah. Okay. So you're told that this it will help you find something, and hopefully it'll be worth it, because I'm going to be asking for 200 gold for this scroll.
Does that seem like a lot to me?
Hmm? It's an uncommon magic item, which is a level 1 or 2 scroll.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Uncommon item. 200 gold. 250 is the base for consumables.
Yeah.
Like uncommon consumables, so yeah, no, that's fair. We'll pay the man. Because we need it. Kind of in a hurry.
Mordecai, pay the man.
Opportunistic. Opportunistic economics.
I pay the man.
Okay, minus 200 gold from the treasury. You have a
It's a
second
lot
level.
of money for a spell that both of us know. I'm not there.
Yeah, but we need it. Oh no, grabbing locate object. So
Yeah,
only
I
Mordecai knows
just
that
don't have
he
it
doesn't have
prepared
prepared, and we kind of need it like right now. So
What is this for, Professor?
we're gonna find where they're stashing the essence, and we're going to point the Shadahari in that direction.
Describe a
Did you
name or
realize it
object
only
that is
lasts-
familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close. And this is for 10 minutes. Okay.
Lasts for 10 minutes.
Yep.
All right. Nothing shows up on your magic radar when you cast the spell.
Within 1,000 feet.
Right. We've still got the owls, right? Because they last an hour.
You
Far
well,
as I
the
know,
the
but we
spell lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, but the owls, right? Last
Oh,
an
the
hour.
owls. Okay.
Yeah. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump on one and we're gonna start doing flyovers at the city.
I got plenty of crossbow bolts. I'm fine with this.
Yeah, that seems like a terrible idea, Professor.
Have they been?
They keep
I mean, I
we could just use a
I
fly
can fly.
spell.
if you've got it prepared.
I don't have a fly spell.
I do, but it's not a regular fly spell.
Then what is it?
It's a transformation spell that gives me wings.
And I do the same thing. It lasts a minute, though.
Yeah, likewise. I think. Hold on. Minute. Yeah, minute. So. We're gonna have to deal with it. We're gonna have to deal with the crossbow bolts. It's fine. You've been shot in the leg by a crossbow before, haven't you?
I have, but I'm not looking forward to it.
Yes, well, it's all in the name of science.
Yeah, but if if an animal that we're riding gets shot down, we fall. You want to do that?
I have a way to stop that at least. But you're right. Let me think.
Where do you think it is?
It'd probably have to be in one of the worst parts of town.
Like some kind of warehouse or something.
Yeah, they gotta be storing it somewhere. It probably wouldn't be too far away from the ships either, because if they're stealing lots of it, you've got movement issues.
Right.
So, worst parts of town within radius of the Shadowheart ship. We need to head in that direction anyway to, handle the one that we do have.
Do we have time for that, Professor? We've only got like half an hour.
We do if we go right now.
Fine.
And so we're gonna be running through it, detecting to see if we can't find this goddamn essence.
Wouldn't that just pinpoint the one that's on me?
Yeah, I mean, Mordecai pings if you're looking.
Oh, that's right, he does have it. We'll
Found
give
it!
that one.
It only costs
give
200
that
gold
one to-
pieces.
We'll give that one to Bright.
I'm
I
not
guess.
there. I'm on the boat.
Well, to be fair, the magic shop is only like a little ways away from the boat, so
Okay, well you can stop by. You
Yeah.
can give it to me for safekeeping.
So, actually, all we can ask. Right. Yes. Let's go drop this off with Bright, and see if we can do a flyer. See if maybe Dorale will help us do a flyover. And so,
Okay.
so we're gonna go hand the one that we've got to Bright,
Mm-hmm.
and then Cypher is going to the Dorale. Like, would you be able to help us do a flyover of the city? Because the owls are getting shot at with crossbow bolts, and unlike last time, we don't have duplicates.
Do you need me to do a seaming? I can do another seaming.
What? Why are you doing a flyby?
And real quick, what is the object when you cast the spell? What object do you have in mind that you are looking to detect?
The essence, the vials of essence, because I've seen one up close.
You have. Though I don't like that would give you the vial that you have as that is an object. Like
Well,
I don't know if locate object works if you say like I need a fork, it'll just guide you to the nearest fork. Because it's
It
the
does
fork
work
that you're
like that.
thinking
It
about.
It does work like that.
yeah, no, it's thinking of
That's
the
right, the
general
spell
thing of a
description.
vial of essence. The closest object of a kind that I've seen. Yeah, locate object. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
If the object is in motion, you know the direction. The spell can locate a specific object known to you. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object.
Oh,
of a particular kind.
all right. Yeah. The nearest object of a particular kind is a certain kind. Okay. So you're going for the alternative and you're describing an essence vial, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I'm guessing
Okay.
considering these are military, they'll have standardized
That makes
vials
sense.
with standardized labels. And it would make sense that there's multiples of them. So yeah. It's trying to do a big brain. But yes, would you be able to help us do a flyover of the city, Norway? This isn't about the people. We're just gonna get the essence off the street, right? Wouldn't that make you happy?
You on your drug bus?
Well, I mean, it's not a matter of the people. We just have to point them to the essence, and then what the Shadowheart do is what the Shadowheart do, and it's none of our business. And I mean, hey, all of those animal statuettes you've been picking, like Fenrir was Shadowheart. Maybe they have another Fenrir. Maybe they might let you have
I don't
them.
want another Fenrir. I want Fenrir.
I mean, yeah, maybe they might also have other animals you can get. You like animals, right?
Anyways, I'm gonna desummon the owls and cast two giant eagles.
Two giant what?
Two giant eagles.
Oh, all right.
Okay, that there might be less likely to shoot down, actually.
Hopefully they don't shoot these down. 63.
63.
It's not a fireball centered on self, and this wooden boat.
You cast fog clouds centered on yourself.
Boy, I hope
this-
it's safe
this
to launch
might
the
delay
ship
the
in
boat
this
a bit.
fog.
Yep.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The whole area fills with fog. These eagles are summoned inside the fog cloud.
do the eagles give off a fog cloud?
Probably, yeah, because it's a part of their summoning.
Perfect. Thank you. Jump on the eagle.
You guys can
Mordecai,
skywrite.
up and away.
Surrender Dorothy.
Okay. The eagles streak up and leave a fog trail behind.
I'd be describing this more, but we're under a little bit of a time crunch, so I'm trying my best to keep everything short and succinct, so that we're not spending time talking.
There's
And
let's see. You're doing this in 10 minutes, and you're going to a warehouse area first.
we'll be looking for. Actually, probably doing a
Like the slums.
nearby, slums, and if we can get in the radius of a Shadowheart ship as well, like as far as like slums near where the Shadowheart ships are parked.
Yes. Well, there's the Shadowheart ship parked in a park. You know where that is because you all walked past it. And that does ping on your locate object radar.
So the ship pings.
Yes.
All right. So we'll do a flyover of some slums then, if that's all, and see if there's any more pings.
There is yes, there is one more ping in a downtrodden area.
That's where we're heading for.
Okay. You're
following the
swooping in on an
professor's lead.
eagle towards. You got it on the 1,000-foot out. You're following the signal. Who else was with you? Is this Norlai and the professor on eagles?
Mordecai.
And
Mordecai and the
Mordecai.
professor.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, you two swoop down. There's a bunch of kind of ramshackle houses, kind of all stacked on top of each other. It's very dense, very. It's sunset, so there are still people out, but there's not exactly a lot of public lighting in this district. So it is dark. Not that offends your senses, Mordecai.
Or mine.
Nope.
Because I have the goggles
Oh,
of night to give me dark
that's
vision
true.
and Devil's Sight.
Do ASMR have dark vision?
They do.
Yeah.
Oh,
they do.
okay, all right.
There are very few races that don't.
I thought they might not because they got
Dragon-
light, I think, as a permanent cantrip or something. Or maybe that was the DMG one. But, okay, yeah.
They also have light as a permanent cantrip, but they also have dark vision.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, actually. But, no, gonna go and, zone in on this ping.
Yeah. As you're doing that, people are like, people living in this area like, oh, what's that? You know, there's a couple giant eagles just floating around the slums.
And then when they get off, there's a priest and a professor.
I mean, yeah, if you want to land.
I mean, that's where we're going, right? We're landing to find this, whatever it is. Right?
Professor, this is your operation.
Yes. Yes, we're
I'm following your lead.
landing and heading straight to the ping.
Sure. Okay, you slide off the eagles. You walk with a determined pace in the direction of the object. As you do, you pass by a little child. Says, "Look, mommy, horses." No, those are eagles. And
Look, mommy, horses. we're just making we just turn in circles into squares today.
and you're walking on the street until you're in front of some sort of like an apartment complex, some sort of like tenement building or something that the object is inside of.
Up and in.
Okay, you go into the hallway. It's up a flight of stairs, another flight of stairs. It's getting down to the last little bit, the last couple minutes of your spell here as you're trudging up, and you're standing outside of a door in a hallway. There's sounds of people fighting. There's sounds of kids roughhousing. There's sounds of like cooking because it's dinner time, and there's people who are just who are. I think I already said that they're fighting, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on here. But you're outside of a door.
Knock, 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 knock.
No answer.
Knock a little louder.
No answer.
Yep. This is going to be a ram raid then.
I'm gonna try the door. Is it locked?
Yes. Though, I will say that's not a bad question to start off asking when you're doing something like this, because there are times where it's not.
There are times when it's not. Okay. Is it locked mundanely?
Presumably, it feels like you can't turn the handle.
Okay. I'm going to quickly detect magic just to be sure. Using it as using a spell slot.
Yeah, you.
Aside from myself and the professor, does anything ping?
Yes, one moment here. I want to make sure I'm giving you the right school here. I thought that was the name of. I thought it was. I thought it was consecrate. No, it's hallow.
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 Yeah.
I know too many words, and they are interfering with each other.
Are you looking for the type that hallow is?
Yeah, it is evocation. Yes, you are detecting evocation magic.
Which may or may not be the result of a hallow spell.
That's true. You don't know that.
Okay. Evocation. Centered on an object, on a point, on a place? Or is the whole place aiding with it? What are we talking about here? If it's within 30 feet of me, one would assume it's in the front room.
You're sensing it, but you can't see anything because there's a door and a wall in front of you. But it's coming from behind that area.
Okay.
Or behind the wall, the door and the wall.
If you've got a way to open the door, you can open the door. If not, this is a ram raid.
Suppose we're just busting in then, because I don't have anything that that would undo it otherwise. Are you sure you want to bust in on somebody who's unsuspecting?
This is important enough, yes. We don't need random people hooking up to an internal teleportation network. That's just begging for problems.
Said the man who wanted to hook me up to such a thing.
Difference is you're not a random. And, yeah, I'm gonna go and, I'm gonna blast the lock on the door.
Okay. Sure. You do, and the neighbors pop their heads out of their doors. What is going on? Who are you? What are you doing here? We don't recognize you.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to flash the insignia. Nothing to see here. Go back into your homes.
No, you don't. We don't know who you are. You leave Genna alone.
I suppose we're busting in the door because the door's busted.
The door's busted. That's why you have a bunch of heads poking out right now.
Mordecai is going to go into the room.
All right. Yeah, you go into the room. You are searching around with your detect magic, and as it sounds like there's people clomping down the hallway very angrily to get you two intruders who apparently are harassing this Genna character. You see the aura, like this glowing aura. And there is a tiefling sprawled out on the floor in a very small kitchen, holding a glass vial. And he's just kind of twitching on the floor and murmuring things under his breath.
We're too late. He's already taken it.
I am going to run over to him because I see that he's probably ODing or something. I am going to spend charges from my staff to cast Lesser Restoration on him, because Lesser Restoration can remove the poisoned condition. So if he's poisoned, blinded, deafened, or paralyzed because of this, he's cured of it.
While this is going on, Professor, you have some very angry neighbors who are, like, the door is now, you blasted the lock, but they kick the door in. Who are you? What are you doing in here? Get out of here. Are you doing anything, Professor, to prevent them from surging forward while Mordecai is working?
Yes, he's gonna raise a hand and he's just like, we need you to stop. There's been reports of spiked luciferus going around, and we believe that this person may have bought some. They're simply here to retrieve it before they hurt themselves, but it seems like we may have been too late.
Make a persuasion with this.
Yeah, I'll make a persuasion. Technically, it's not a lie.
Yeah, I'm not calling for a...
Damn it. I wish I had a way to boost that, but I don't.
That's BS! Genna's been dry for a long time. What's going on? Someone's gonna come up and is gonna, like, try and throw you out of the way. Not like through a window or whatever, but, like, a big bruiser dude's just gonna, like, try and push you out of the way so he can punch forward to the kitchen to go to Mordecai.
I am going, as he's going to try and push me out of the way, I'm going to summon my sword.
Okay.
It's like, I can't let you do that. We have a medic in there checking him right now.
What kind of a sword are you summoning, out of curiosity? Because, I mean, you get any sword.
It is a long sword. It's very uniquely Cypher. There's less a Shadowheart design in it now, and more of the geometry and stuff etched into a dark steeled blade. And he actually calls back, Medic, how is he? Did we catch him?
Your sword manifests, and there's the guy stops. he looks super pissed off. Like his hands are up, but man, he wants to. Like you just see his fingers, like you hear pops in the knuckles because he's so angry. And then there's his wife or someone else like, gives the gasp at as the sword just appears, and things have escalated. Mordecai, you have your staff, and as you're going to cast a spell on Genna here, very feebly, this tiefling with wild eyes that almost have like a blue fire in them, just like reaches up in a shaking hand. Ouijas?
No. I'm a cleric.
Take me, Ouijas. Take me.
It is not your time, friend.
Seen it all. I've seen everything. I can go now.
It is not your time. You are sick.
I can hear their hearts. I can feel their ghosts.
And
The lesser, like you.
That's when I'm. Yeah, that's when I'm casting the Lesser Restoration. I know this guy's high off his gourd.
Okay, you don't bonk him, but you tap him with your. If you want to give him a bonk, you can snap out of it. But
go to high as a kite tail. Bonk.
It kind of, and the shape of the staff kind of looks like a scythe with a crystal on the end. I can understand where he gets that image from, but that's. I am
Tapping
not
with the crystal end, I imagine.
You touch,
Lightly.
and there's a moment in the background. You just hear kind of like the slow motion, like there's the big dude trying to get through, and you hear the very very cinematic slow mo stuff in the background here, and the eyes clarify for a second. Then that blue haze, that blue fire takes them again. Take me, Ouijas! And just like strains upright and grasps onto your robes. And is just, I mean, is feeble. It's not like you're in danger because this person seems rather decrepit. But is just like gripping and has a mad look. Like there's a little froth coming from the side of his mouth. I can go.
And
The road lies ahead. I can smell it. I can taste it. Licks your robes. I can feel it and rubs it on the cheek. This is what it's like to be in your presence.
and Cypher, while this is happening, I'm guessing he's yelling now, right? Like he
Yeah,
yelled?
things are escalating. There's people yelling in the
And-
hallway. The man's like, "Oh, what the?" and and
It's like Cypher just kind of raises his like non-weapon hand. He's like, "You heard that, yes? And you're going to tell me that's not the side of something weird going on?"
for all we know, you did it to him. We've never seen you around here. He's kind of a big dude. He's gonna try. That doesn't hit your AC. He was trying to go for a push. So like open hand on the chest, but I don't know, maybe like sidestep or something. But
I mean, Cypher's not necessarily strong, but he is, considering he's wearing a halfling, he's kind of heavy. And I imagine his hand meets him, but Cypher doesn't move.
okay.
And he's just like, "We're trying to help this man."
I am going to attempt to remove curse.
Okay. Roll it.
That's remove curse. I kind of say a blessing, and kind of try and console him, and to see if it's a curse of some kind. Otherwise, it's just a flush of his system. Not that Mordecai would know that. He's not a medic.
Yes, yeah, I know. This is kind of a throwing what spells you have against the wall and seeing what sticks.
Selena here.
Yeah, he does. She's the medic.
She was the medic. But yeah,
Boy, I'm on the borderline because thematically I could see this working. Mechanically, it's not a curse though, or a cursed item.
well, you know what comes next.
I'm gonna say that remove curse does not work in this instance. Not a bad idea. You got your DM thinking, but yeah, this is take me to your bosom, wee Jess, please. Like he just starts like gnawing on your robes, and just is incoherent.
I am
So-
going to try. I'm going to try and muscle him down and tell him it is not your time.
Yeah, well, you can easily do that. I mean, you can just like use your staff and like hold him down or something, or
Yeah,
gonna push him down?
If he's feeble, then I'm stronger than he is.
yeah,
If
I'm
he's
not.
not,
Yeah, you don't need to roll for this. So just
Cypher is looking back at this moment. What's going on in there?
he might need to just write it out. He's delusional.
We were too late. He's already taken it.
I'm gonna look at the vial. Is it empty?
yeah, oh yeah, it's drained. Like there might be like a residual drop or two in there. The flames are so beautiful. They hurt so good. I never knew that death would be so beautiful. Else I would have died a long time ago. Take me, we just take me. He does seem to be in agonizing bliss. There are symptoms to whatever the luciferase is that you've taken and has been standard throughout Mesotopia, particularly Mesomasca.
Yeah.
But
I could definitely see he's high off his gourd. I know what high looks like. I know what a high feels like.
but this is also like if it wasn't for the fact he was feeble, he probably would just throw himself out a window, or like he is definitely ready for Ouija's. He's just not in a physical state to do much more about it.
In that case, I'm just going to hold him and help him write it out, however long it lasts.
Hopefully not however long it lasts. We do have to go. We do have a boat to catch.
Do have a boat to catch.
You do have a boat to catch. He just took a very potent dose as well. Mordecai, if your own experience with the lesser version of it means anything, then he's gonna be he might be
Tripping
whacked out
for
of
a
his gourd
while.
for a while.
Yeah.
Pepped up on doofballs.
Pepped up on doofball. It's just like,
Do I know of any kind of quick remedies, like, given my experience, of how someone might come down from it quicker? Like feeding him, or like...
Yeah, I mean, there's probably anecdotal stuff that's been tried, like, I don't know, give him some coffee, or, just, like, help him walk it off, like, just let him blabber until he just doesn't have energy and his body can't do anything else, so he just falls asleep. I mean, you could always try knocking him out. with drugs or with concussive. Well, we're talking medicine, so percussive maintenance. You could try that, so he's not a harm.
I could always try greater resto.
You could try a greater resto.
I think that is what I'm gonna try. It's like my last ditch effort.
Okay. Um. Sure. Greater resto goes off, and uh, Genna collapses, and while motionless, does not appear to be dead, but is just gone. Like, there's no energy. There's nothing. Like, he is depleted to the maximum. This drug was the only thing like keeping him wiggling.
I kind of look him over, make sure that he's like stable, like he's not breathing labored, he's maybe just asleep.
There's a wheeze. That might be just a part of who he is.
I'm gonna
But
keep an eye on him
absolutely
for another
limp.
couple of minutes, but if it doesn't change, then I can assume that this is maybe normal, and that he needs to get to a doctor.
Professor, like, whoa, what's he doing to him? What happened? Genna! Answer us, Genna! What's going on in there?
He's going to be fine.
It's finally worn off.
Professor, you
Mostly.
get shoved aside by the dude who comes clomping up behind you, Mordecai.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be fine. Maybe watch him for a couple of hours, but he's going to be fine.
This maybe concerned neighbor, I don't know, relative or whatever, is in here and just gonna talk. Like, he kind of picks him up and is like shaking him. 'Cause you were dry, come on. And like he looks up at you. There's like a tear in his eye. And I'll simply say it in Infernal to keep our PG-13. But he's like, "Oh, blurp off, you blurping blurpers." I'm sorry I had to go there, but I want to make sure that the scene is set. Uh, get the blurp out of here. And Infernal, that's those are naughty words.
Cypher is gonna go pick up the vial. And he's going to look at everyone who's here. He's just like, he holds up the vial. This is what did this to him in Infernal.
Yeah, almost everyone here's a tiefling.
Yeah, it's like this is what did this to him. Someone tries to sell you Northern Luciferus, don't buy it, or this will be you.
Everyone's just real quiet.
And God forbid that you mistake a priest for the actual God.
We apologize that we weren't able to catch him before he took it. And Cypher dismisses his blade and simply begins walking out of the building.
And Mordecai walks with him, kind of looking at the concerned neighbor. Watch him for a couple of hours. Take him to a doctor if you feel it's necessary, but he should be fine. And we'll walk out without a further word.
Okay. You're gonna eventually
We've
return to
got
the boat, correct?
We're gonna jump on the giant eagles. We're gonna jump on the giant eagles very quickly. Stop by the Shadowhar ship to drop off that one. Actually, no. We're gonna go back to the boat. We're gonna grab the one that we've got. We're gonna give it to a patrol and tell them this is where it came from. Yada yada yada. And then we're going to get on the boat and leave.
Okay.
Because there's still patrols looking up and down the docks for this tiefling, right?
Well, it was the one patrol of the Shadowhar that was looking. There's no one of the town
Yeah.
guard that seems to, I mean, they're
no,
always on the
not
lookout,
talking about
but...
the Town Gold. Talking about a Shadowhar patrol. I'm guessing they're still around.
You don't see them, but presumably. Or they're back on the ship.
Yeah, so we'll stop by the ship. We'll stop by the. If we're flying, we can do a couple of minute fly to go pick up the vial. A couple of minute fly over the ship, hand it in, get on the ship, and leave.
While you go and do that, Norelai, as your spell goes off and those two fly away, from behind you, you hear the ship captain say, "Girl, what did you just do?"
You're muted.
Muted.
So about that. They wanted to go somewhere and they were too lazy to walk, so I had to summon eagles, and when I use magic, sometimes things happen, but it's their fault.
No, none of that. No more. Do you know that those things have gotten the town in a twist?
Well, no,
I'm not going to have it be my dock.
Those
My
are
boat
eagles.
is the source of these rampant animals.
But they're different animals.
No animals. I don't know if you can tell them not to come back here, but there are no animals. No magic.
Well, that's going to be a problem, because everyone in this group uses magic. Not just me.
Everyone takes a piss, but you don't gotta do it on my deck. Go over the side. Or don't use magic. Not on a boat. Have you sailed on a boat before, girl?
No.
Alright, it's like walking except you die if your shoes give out.
I don't think that's quite... I don't think that correlates quite that well.
I mean, is he wrong? Out of character, is he wrong?
It's a distinct possibility.
Anyways, it wasn't my fault because I was told to do it.
No more. I don't want them coming back here with those things either.
Well, they're gonna end up coming back here, but when they come back, I can get rid of them.
Can't you just get rid of them now?
Well, I could, but if they're in the air, they'll fall, and I don't want to do that.
I don't see them in the air.
It'd be like if you were in the ship, and then the ship suddenly disappeared, and then you're in the water.
Yeah. Oh, so you
Except
do get
instead
it.
you'd be up in the sky, and you'd fall and die.
Get rid of them. I don't want them back on this ship.
Well, I won't let them land on the ship. How's that?
They're gonna be nowhere near the ship. I'm not gonna have my boat be the center of all this avian debacle going on.
Well, I guess when they're inside of the docks, I could do that. But I'd have to see them to do it, so.
The captain looks over to you, Bright, and you. I like your hair. No magic. And he tromps off.
Okay, definitely no magic, for sure.
As soon as he's out of earshot, we should do so much magic.
So they're going to be gone for. I mean, the 10 minutes is passing just as that greater resto is being cast. Then it'll be, back down the steps and whatever. So, what in the meantime? Were you just waiting for them?
Well, I was doing magic, oddly enough.
What? Specifically told you.
but it wasn't the noisy kind of magic or the bird summoning kind of magic, so he might not notice. I was just wanting to scry.
Yeah, you got
well, I
the
had the three
clandestine.
scries, right? I wanted to scry myself, I wanted to scry the place where we had our little upset, and then I wanted to scry the professor, just to see like how far they were and whether or not they were going to miss the boat. Or if they were in trouble, maybe we could go save them. But they didn't
Okay.
seem to need saving, so...
Okay. The true sight is that something you turn on, or is that automatic with the orb?
True sight comes whenever I scry. So.
Okay. Besides the besides the one that located the tiefling in the captain's quarters, I don't think you passed the other ones. Am I correct?
What do you mean? I'm confused.
Well, because for the sake of consistency, because I forgot about the true sight. This would have also had those manifestations around it, like Green Shield did. But I didn't bring that up. But I know that a lot were failed. But you did get the one that put the character, or that put the eye or the sensor in the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other ones up to that point then wouldn't have registered anything. But when you do register, you would have gotten a faint around the edges, like wispy black. And your third person, not that, like, it's something's looming over you or you got something like clinging to you, but it just always seems to be like, no matter where you move the sensor, it's always in the peripheral.
Right. Okay. So that's scrying on myself and on the location then?
Yes.
Okay. And then I was also going to scry the professor, but that was just to watch what they were doing, so it probably doesn't affect anything.
No.
Okay. And that would take the whole time because, I mean, that's 40 minutes worth of stuff. Assuming that I only take quick peeks at myself in the location where we got booped.
Yeah, and you're looking
And
into a
then the
crystal
full
ball,
20.
so that's not obvious to the ship captain. You're just admiring your reflection or something, so...
I mean, who knows? Gnomes do weird things. Right? It's a gnomish ritual.
Yeah. Okay. Then Norlai, they're coming back after... And it's closer to 15 minutes going on. You see them flying in towards the ship.
I'm gonna wait until they're like 10 feet off the ground, then do some of the eagles.
Okay.
D6 falling damage.
Sure. So they're kind of like zooming in. They're headed in the direction. As they're coming down, you're going to unsummon them, and each of them are going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and fall prone, probably in some pretty nasty puddles in the dockside sidewalk, or the street.
God, wait. Wait, this echoing no lie.
I'm gonna cast message.
That kid.
I cast message at Cypher. You're gonna be late. Hurry up.
Are we more than 120 feet away?
Yes. Norlai
That's
might not
not
know
gonna hit us.
distances very well.
Oh wait, hold on.
You're not gonna spend it.
Distance spell.
Are we within 240 feet?
You'd have to be.
Yeah,
Couldn't
that's
just
fine. If
pawn them
she's
unless
spending
they
a
were, like,
sorcery
on the
point,
dock.
I'll allow this. That's fine.
You're late. Hurry up.
Mordecai's just kind of dusting himself off a little bit.
You have to use
Picking
two hands
yourself
when
back
it's
up.
distance spell. You're late.
Yeah, your robes are soaked through with garbage water and just all sorts of.
I'll clean them when we get on the boat. Don't worry about it. Just let's go. I'm gonna be looking for that Shadowha. That Shadowha patrol.
Not apparently visible up and down this this dockside walk.
Yeah. Well, we need to get to the boat and get that vial from Bright.
Well, I thought this was all with the intention of we've done all of this now, or not, or is it not?
The intention was, however, the captain was like, no eagles. So you were gonna hop in, get the vial, hop back out, drop it off, and hop back, but the captain's like, no, stop it. I don't want the guard on my dock giving me trouble.
Well, guess who's gonna find themselves 100 feet in the goddamn air?
I can fly, so it doesn't work like that.
I'm not above using a 7th level Arcanum to cause some mayhem.
Well,
You
as
remember
you're
the
as you're
party?
traipsing and dripping and stinky from your trek after having the eagles desummoned, I mean, there's Norlai on, hi. I don't know, maybe she's peeking out of a porthole or something, but
It's just like, he just kind of looks to her like,
She is a child. Remember that.
oh. You know what? We have more important things to do. Right. Vial, please.
Yeah, sure. Here it is. Woo.
lands in
Captain,
the
I'm
water.
gonna,
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna get the attention of the closest Shadowhari patrol.
You can walk back towards the park. That's where the ship is, and they have guards outside.
How long would that take? Am I gonna have time to get
In
there
the
and
triangle, it would be about. It might be a little less than 20, more like a 15-minute brisk walk back towards the park.
back? I don't have time for that. You know what? It's fine.
Captain
I'm
comes
gonna
up.
run a
We're going to be
little-
leaving soon. The sun's already touching the horizon. All aboard. We can even set out early.
How much time? How much time do you think you can give me before we have to leave?
Looks at the horizon. One finger. He's gauging 2.
One finger. Do I know how long that would be?
A finger. You got him.
And he's like, right.
I'm curious about this system of measuring time in fingers. It sounds like something that I would find appealing. How does it work?
It works with drinks too.
Okay, that system I know about.
How fast will it be as the crow flies?
A minute or 2. Just bloop, hop over all the roofs and the alleyways and people.
Cool. I don't have a choice.
Tasha's
I'm choosing-
otherworldly guys.
Also known as Cypher's of the Worldly Guys. Who the
Yeah.
hell's Tasha? I don't know who that is. This time I'm going out. This time I'm going to chant something somewhat along the lines of a Ouijasian prayer.
So you can't be
And-
charmed? Are you going upper planes with that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's more for the wings. So instead of looking bat-like, demonic-like, they're angelic and
yeah.
well, black. You know, to fit in with the Ouijasian aesthetic that we've set across the board between Mordecai, Celine, and everything else.
Every angel has black wings.
Every Ouijasian angel has black wings. We
Uh,
haven't seen any of their angels.
all right. So you say I don't have time for this. Wow, that's even a bonus action. So these wings just like do they sprout from your back? Do they appear in like a burst of blue fire from your shoulders, or what happens?
They probably appear from a burst of blue fire from my shoulders. They're spectral, and then I'm going to literally leap into the air, like run away from the boat and leap into the air.
The okay, you do this. The captain is going to be very upset.
He could be upset, but I'm paying him good money. We're paying him good money. Not to mention, he said no animals. He doesn't know what's happening. He can assume magic.
To say
He
you're
just be
paying
like,
him?
No, this
All right, Professor Grifter. Jeez, I didn't know. Sure,
Look, with shady boat operators, I've had it up to about here.
He's not even that shady. He's just stern. He's very upset that a person just blew wings out of his back and went rocketing through the sky. I mean, but Norla,
It
you're
wasn't
like,
me this time.
yeah.
Yeah, she's just like,
That was
I
all
had
him.
no. It's just like I had no part in this. But no, I'm gonna leap up and fly to the ship.
All right. Yeah, you're streaking over, flying as quickly as you can. You just get a fly speed equal to your normal speed.
Nope, 40 feet.
Oh, I'm sorry, 40 feet. Oh,
and I'm
yeah, you
gonna
get a
be
little
dashing.
bonus. Cool. Yep. As you do, there's a little kid. Mom, look, it's a ow? Yee? Mom's like, I don't even know anymore. Just get in and eat dinner. And rockets over. As you are approaching the park with the Shadowheart ship, the guards on duty see you and they train their crossbow bolts on you as you're incoming.
Yep.
Or their crossbows.
I am going to land, and I'm going to press to digitate the geometric runes and stuff on my face that mark the high the high-ranking officer, and I'm going to approach them.
Halt!
And I'm
What
going
is
to
it
gre-
you want?
I'm going to greet them in Shadowheart and say that I have a gift for them.
What's the gift?
I'm going to hold up the vial.
One moment. Stay there. Tip, 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 tip. Goes into the airship. Tip, 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 tip. Another person with a similar insignia of command as the one you talked to comes out. I've been told that you have one of the stolen vials.
Yes, bought it off a chartreuse tiefling. He has magic, he's very slippery. Careful. And he'd offer the vial.
Apparently so. They were able to break into this airship. We didn't even notice anyone coming or going, only that the items were missing.
Yes, there was a case of another one as well that's been taken by one of the local populace. I was unable to stop him before he did so. It's a real shame.
It's a waste of good substance, and well, I don't know if it was someone who drank it for the reasons not prescribed, then a waste of a person.
They
A
think,
loss on both counts.
well, it's being sold as high potency luciferase
It
on the
is.
streets. So if someone mentions northern luciferase, that's what they're talking about.
Yes, we've tried not to let it leak, but there's been, well, missing vials. After some had irresponsibly been let out, it seems that people have been seeking more and more of it. We've had to try our best to keep it secure.
Have your mages look for disguises and invisibility, especially from tieflings. The common populace is not aware of its ability to affect other species. He whispers that in Shadowheart, so only the other guy can hear. So it's very quiet.
Very well, thank you. Who's your commander? What's your division? What's your department?
I need to actually, it's like he would raise a hand, the one with the gauntlet upon it. He's like, I am Professor Cypher of the noble house Cypherius, wielder of old magic.
Not familiar with it, but still your contribution is valued, as is your impeccable pronunciation of our language.
Thank you.
I'll pass your name along to the others so that they'll know you. Though, let's see, that lasts up to a minute. Okay, that your form would have gone down.
Yep, I would have all the otherworldly guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let others know about you.
And he nods. On this and on the looming threat in the fall fire, know that I'm here to help. And he'd give a salute and run off towards the ship.
A Shadowheart salute, and then you whoop, 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 gotta truck it back on foot.
I have a boat to catch.
Yeah, sorry, I got a boat to catch. All right, well, you non-magically you non-magically return to the boat. It is, and it looks like the assistant is starting to untie some ropes from the dock here. Yes, my lord, as he's talking to the captain. All right.
And I'm going to make my way onto the boat quickly. And he kind of examines the horizon with a finger.
It's getting close. But yeah, the ship gets on. You know what? Make a to conclude things for the evening. I want you to make not acrobatics, an athletics check, as it's it's kind of drifting, and you're like, oh,
I'm terrible at this. Let me see if I don't have something that will help me with this.
Guidance.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it.
I
Gonna
mean,
make
I
a li-
might have a way to get him onto the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that delightful?
All
That's
right,
a
so a
5.
3 plus a 2 is a 5. All right, you as it's pushing away and starting to sail out.
Okay.
Look up, tiny
Can I
dog,
do
giant
something?
dog.
Hi, fluffy puppy.
I cast lightning lure.
Wow, and you critically hit him. You create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice that you can see within 15 feet of you. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled 10 feet in a straight line.
I
I'm
mean, I
You can
do
choose
have
to
less damaging ways to fish people out of the water, but if you want to zap him with lightning, sure, go ahead.
All right, so Professor, you jump, and explicitly against the captain's orders, Norlai just flagrantly crits you with a lightning bolt that drags you aboard the ship. But at least you're not wet with 0 damage taken. Clearly, this was the best of all options.
and you, sorry, that. Scythe is kind of just twitching on the deck of the ship, and he looks up at Norley, and he's just like, "Fine, we'll call it even. Just don't zap me anymore."
Then with
I mean, Professor, to be fair, you did say her job was to zap people with lightning, so she's just doing her job.
that's really true. That's super true.
Curse my
It was even
hubris.
callous. It was like, girl, your only job is to zap things with lightning.
Calm
Then
as a bitch.
with the with the city growing smaller and smaller behind you, the captain bellowing out at you, Norlai, "No more magic, or I'm ending the trip.
I'll turn this boat around.
Yeah, I will turn this boat around. Go back 10 feet to the dock." But yeah, the you are starting out in the evening, so there will be overnight. But I mean, if you want to sleep through it, you certainly can. But here's a glimpse of the beautiful river and the autumnal grasses and leaves that await you on your way down to Old Port. Yeah.
I'm going to study, and then I'm going to sleep.
Mordecai is going to play for the first time on that violin.
Yeah. I can almost feel like those resonant tones, just as you're going down. Like it's a cold night, so like the air is like dense and it just sort of travels, and you're playing this this ancient viola. What type of a song are you playing?
It's one that he's been kind of cooking in his head for a little bit, and he hadn't really had a chance to really put it on paper, so he's kind of writing it on the fly.
Okay.
But it's a very sad tribute song.
All right, then this is exactly where we will pick up next week. I know we went over. I hope this isn't devastating any of you. I know, Fluffy, you didn't get your pregame nap, but
Yeah, it's fine.
okay.
What are we laughing at?
Just cite this current situation right now.
We are.
Pretty funny.
You know what? If any of you want a little bit more of a fix about Chroma Company and what's going on in Mesotopia, we are going to go raid Macabre Derek, who's actually doing some work for the channel. So shh, don't tell the Tuesday players. Spoilers. So come with me over to Macabre Derek. If you haven't visited him, enjoy your stay. He's an awesome guy. Can talk a lot about a lot of different things, especially horror, World of Darkness / Vampire the Masquerade, and he knows his way around some art and arting. So I'll see you all over there. Give him a follow if you haven't. And thank you for hanging out for another episode of what the hell is the Chroma Company doing this time?
That's valid.
I'm gonna open up Derek's tab. That way, you all don't. The ship won't leave without me, and I won't have to be lightning lured over there.
Lightning hurts.
Um,
Also, hello,
oh.
I am here.
Lightning hurts. Oh,
Hey,
lethality's beat us there. All right, I'll see y'all over there. Bye.
How you doing?
Bye. And
I'm sorry I haven't been able to keep up with the game today. Putting in a little bit of OT and my hands starting to cramp up.
There we go. There's the ring.
Uh-oh.